When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines. The Badgers will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolverines offense will go on the attack first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback may change this route. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cornelius. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Trying to get the corner. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like TJ Watt or JJ Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pick.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Finds his man. It's Westbrook. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Westbrook. Got the first down and more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Suggs. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Lost a throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Westbrook. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing on the run. He's open on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Looking to take a shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Touch pass on the jet sweep. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Badgers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The pitch to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out into the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And there he goes. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to touchdown Michigan. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Caught behind the line. It's Morris. Crosses the 30. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Jackson gonna throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Let's go.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Quickly out to the tight end.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Catches it at the 15. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So here comes the Michigan offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and...
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Right back to the well. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Westbrook. Got room at the 35. There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On the ground, it's Morris. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Jackson will throw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Wants to go up top. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect it.
Turning it on. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Trying play action. On the move and looking deep. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Finding open areas. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the RPO, complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The corners are walked up tight. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Trick 9B.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. They go to the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Here we go.
Jackson will throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on third down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas.
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Wolverines. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Jackson gonna throw it. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cornelius. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Now the play fake. The quick out. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Madden. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8.
And down he goes back at the 3.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Here we go. Sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Badgers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it'll be downed right there. So here comes the Michigan offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Pulls and fires complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Rushes on him. Grabs it we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Looking to throw. Extending the play. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. He'll keep it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Reads it, fires complete. There he goes. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The snap sets up to throw. Grab behind the line. It sucks. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Jackson will throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.